Welcome to Very Funny, Joleen, Lunzer!
1, 2, 3, 4.
I'm Elaining. Hello. Unmute your mic, Elaine. I found my microphone. Welcome back, everyone, to Judge Joleen, where we break down and testify about the Johnny Depp versus Amber Heard defamation, defecation trial. Tonight, we're going to be talking about day 22. Can you believe it? It seems like they've been going at this turdy trial since the day I was born. All right. If you are joining me live for this late night live for the late night live, make sure you smash the like. Objection. You are asking for likes, Judge Joleen, and it's ridiculous. Overruled because I said so. All right. So smash that like. Let's hit 10 million likes. Let's try to get 10 million, just something really doable. 10 million likes. If Amber Heard can be Ariel on Aquaman, I can get 10 million likes. Okay. I tied a tie tonight. Objection. You put it in a knot because you don't know how to tie a tie. Sustained. That is sustained. Okay. So I have my trusty gavel here today, which is it has multi-purpose. It's like those multi-purpose knives some women and some men carry with them. You know, they're just like, take it out and they're like, do you want me to open your box? And you're like, which box? Because only from Amazon. So grab a mega pint and get ready to have some fun. I have a mega pint of LaCroix. This stream is being brought to you by LaCroix if you are very fancy, LaCroix if you are trashy like me. Let's say hello to some of the Joleen jury coming in for this late night. I love how you guys keep up with me, despite the fact that I just come on here real late. Okay. Hopefully we have sound now. That was an issue because Elaine has issues with sound. Judge Joleen has issues with sound. We had a big day in the courtroom. Big day. Grab your wine, grab your ecstasy, grab your cocaine, grab it, and then put it away. Don't let it get up your nose. You'll lose your finger, allegedly. All right. So let's get into it. I took a bath. I'm ready to party right out the gate. We start, and I couldn't even believe it. Judge Joleen was like, what? Objection. You're leading them to be excited about something that you're excited about. Sustained. I am. I definitely am. Hold on. My gavel stuck to my tie. All right. Right when I joined in the morning, I turned on Emily D. Baker like I always do. I don't know what I'm going to do when this trial's over. I have no idea what I'm going to do because I'm going to be, why did I just get rid of the beauty queen there? Okay. What I'm going to do with my life, how I'm going to wake up, how I'm going to be a person, how I'm going to have any fun, how I'm going to get any work done without this trial and Emily D. Baker. I have no idea what I'm going to do. No idea. Okay. Thank you, Mocha. Thank you. Kate Moss opened the trial. She opened today. Objection. Elaine wants her 15 minutes of fame, or feigning, as Dr. Curry says, feigning. Okay. And yes, sustained. That's sustained. That is sustained. Everybody's looking for their 15 minutes of fame. So Kate Moss came in looking for 15 minutes of fame. Objection. She's already famous. Overruled. Elaine said. Okay. So she came in just trying to be relevant because she's just a supermodel and still looks fantastic. So Kate Moss is here and she's like, hello. And they're like, what's, Ben Chow. He was just like Ben Chewy Chow. It was Ben time today. He was like, hello, can you state your name? She's like, hello, I am Kate Moss. Kate Moss. Thank you. I will just continue to be beautiful and angelic. And then Ben Chewy was just like, how do you know Mr. Johnny Depp? And she's like, we had a relationship. Was this relationship sexual? Ben Chew was getting like, tell me more. Did it get very far? She was like, we dated from approximately 1994 to 1998. I live in London, Cowser. Right now I'm in Glasgow, Cowser, in England, London, England. Thank you. Thank you. Do you want my good side or my gooder side? Which one? My good side or my gooder side? Yes. And then Ben Chewy was like, okay, all right. We're cooking with gas. Miss Moss, I have to get my Kate Moss hair going. She's just so perfect. It's so hard. I just try really hard though. Okay, let's move you back a little bit, Judge Joleen. Okay. Hello, I'm still here. Yes. What is the question? Yes, we dated. Okay. Camera pan to Amber Heard, who's like, oh, she dated her? Okay. Way to go down, buddy. And then Elaine's like, right, girl? And she's like, right. Yeah. Right. Just two bitter Bettys just sitting there as Kate Moss, the iconic supermodel. Back when we had supermodels. Now it's just Kendall Jenner, I think, and Gigi Hadid, and maybe another Kardashian. Now you just, if your mom's famous, you're famous, you know. But back then, you didn't have a mom to make you famous. You had to be the famous, okay? So these women, you had Christy Turlington, Kate Moss, Naomi Campbell, Cindy Crawford, Claudia Schiffer. Oh my gosh, this is the other lady, and the other lady, and that other lady, okay? So there was tons of supermodels, and Kate Moss was that girl, okay? She was that girl. All right. So she's like, yes, we dated from 1993, not 1994 to 1998. I know Johnny. Yes. And Amber's like, whatever. Whatever. I do what I want. Whatever. And then Ben Chewy kind of asks her, you know, what we all want to know. Did Johnny Depp push you down the stairs like Amber Heard said? Is that what happened? She was like, why am I here today? Well, I was with Johnny, and yes, we did take a trip to a part of Jamaica that I don't think a lot of poor people go to when they travel, because I know Judge Joleen has only been to Negril, which is beautiful, but we were at this other place, and it was very, very nice. And we were on a trip, and we were leaving our villa, and Johnny left first. And then I got my stuff, and then I left. Kate Moss. Rimmel mascara is what I'm wearing. Thank you for not asking. Okay. And I got my stuff. It had rained. It had rained very much, a lot of rain. And I slid on my slim bottom all the way down the stairs, and it hurt. It hurted so bad. It very much hurt. So I screamed, because I didn't know what happened. I was in shock. And it hurt so much. It was like on your tail, your silly bone tail. And then Johnny came running down the beach like David Hasselhoff on Baywatch, and he swooped me up because I'm very light. No offense, Amber. I know you guys fat shame each other, but I'm still very light. And he swooped me up, and he took me back up to the room, the villa, and he called a medic, and the medic came, and I was saved that day. He saved my ass, literally and figuratively. So that's what happened. It was a very lovely trip, okay? Lovely. Or as the Jamaicans say, Irie. It was Irie. Thank you. And Kate Moss for Rimmel. It's a good makeup. It's affordable. Yes. Okay. And then Ben Chewy is just like, oh my gosh. Okay. Awesome. Can I ask you another question? Oh, did I interrupt you? I don't want to interrupt you. You're Kate Moss. I used to think things about you. That is inappropriate. Get it together, Ben. Okay. Can you tell us why you decided to testify? And she's like, yes, I decided. And then here comes Rottenboner or Elaine. One of the two cock blocks came in, and they were like, objection, calls for too much fun for the audience. And then Judge Penny said, sustained. And I was like, no, Penny, no. I like you, Judge Penny. But I wanted to hear. I wanted to know. I wanted more from my Kate Moss. I wanted to hear, what does she think? I mean, we all want to talk about Amber Heard, Judge Joleen getting on her soapbox. We all want to talk about Amber Heard and say, how much is this hurting Amber Heard? And this is a story, and women, and we're obviously #MeToo, where we had this movement of women that came forward and were brave and amazing. But we just had Amber Heard sit on the stand and out possible DV against this woman when maybe she didn't want it outed. Now she said, no, Johnny didn't never, because Ben Chew said, did Johnny ever push you down the stairs? Did he push you down a slide? Did he push you in a shopping cart like one of those 90s movies, like Mallrats or something fun? No. She's like, no, Johnny he never pushed me on a goose. He never pushed me in the loose. He never pushed me in the loo. He never kicked me, punched me, nothing. He just loved me. So yeah, no, he didn't. He never pushed me. No. But then Penny had to be like, she can't tell the rest of her story, which is bullshit. But this is like an interesting point. I don't see a lot of people bringing up because I don't care what other people have to say. Probably they are bringing it up. Objection. Why are you so self-absorbed? I'm a comedian. All I care about is me. Okay. Anyways, Erica Jane. So then, we have to sit here and I wanted to hear from this woman. I feel like she has the right to be like, what did it feel like to have this woman be on national television and spread some rumor about a relationship you had that meant a lot to you and kind of disparage the memories of that and also put you in a light you might not want to be put in. Most likely you don't. And call you out and make you come all the way to Virginia, even though she was via Skype. She still had to Skype into Virginia via Zoom. How did that feel for Kate Moss? She's got kids. She's got a family. Now we got this lady who played Ariel in Aquaman saying, oh, she was pushed down the stairs. Now she's going to explain it to her daughters and explain it to her husband and be like, I don't know what this lady's talking about. I don't know. I'm in Glasgow, and I live in London. Okay? I live in London. But I felt for Kate Moss because I think she deserves to speak and say, like, how did that shit feel? Tell us how it really was with Johnny. If you're saying that this is not true and there was never any violence and you just had a woman say there was on national television, and I mean, it's the most streamed thing happening right now. And she basically disparages this woman and throws her under the bus like, yeah, she was a victim too of DV, for sure. And Elaine was like, high five, girl, for sure. I have to agree because I'm representing you and there's money coming in. But I wanted to hear from her. Thank you, Laura. Good morning from Florence. A new day begins. I'll listen to you before getting ready to work. Thank you. Me and Kate Moss, thank you from Glasgow, England. Thank you so much. Until today, you thought Kate Moss talked like... No, Kate Moss speaks like so just... It's like a divine angel came into the room and she's like, I'm Kate Moss. Kate Moss. Yes, I'm Kate Moss. I am not doing Kate Moss justice, okay, with the accent. So then Kate Moss leaves and I'm like, no, Kate, no, stay. Tell me more. Gosh, I was so mad at Penny. And I normally, Penny, there are times when she sustains and times when she objects. Obviously, it's like a ref at a sporting event. You're like, bad call. Judge Joleen, object anytime. Here's the kind of judge I am. If I want the tea, we're going to go overruled. Keep talking. Overruled. I want to know what they're thinking. There are some things you can't hide. Kate Moss and Johnny Depp. I want to know because I was invested in your 90s relationship for a long time. So I want to know. Judge Joleen calls Winona Ryder to the stand. Winona Ryder doesn't want to come to the stand. Well, she has to because Judge Joleen said so. Okay. And I think Chronic Cat makes a very good point. Today was a day where Judge Penny's over it. She was funny. She was like, Ben Chewy, you're a snarky guy. It's what you are. And then Rotten Boner was like, I have one more thing. And she's like, damn it, Rotten Boner. I was just going to go to lunch, but okay, fine. She's been very patient. She's been very kind. Okay. As far as judges go, she's a far better judge than I. Objection. Do you really feel that way? Sustained. I do feel that way. So, she's hangry. It ran long. We had a lot of things going on. So after Kate Moss, then we bring Dr. Curry. It was like back-to-back hottie central, not to objectify women, but smart, attractive, fun, loving. I don't know anything about this. Good at stuff. Just great, what seemed to be great ladies in this case of just literal turds, literal doo-doo brown. So then Dr. Curry comes on. I'm like, this is the worst day for Amber Heard. Amber Heard's like, objection. I don't like other women here. And then I said, overruled. You're going to have to deal with it. So then here comes Dr. Curry. And let me pull up a picture of Dr. Curry that I have here. And she had the hair tied up a little bit, just, ready to party. Came in with all her facts. She didn't need any of her notes. She was like, let me tell you a little story about Dr. Hughes. She's a liar. She's a liar, not a lawyer. She's a liar. Okay. Because I administered the CP30 and the Chewy Choo Choo test for the Star Wars PTSD of Minnesota. And I went through all the stuff, and I met with Amber Heard in person, and I had to listen to her and all that stuff. And let me tell you a little something. Dr. Hughes diagnosed her with PTSD in 2019. Yes, she did. And you know what? Before she gave her the gold standard CP30, CBD oil test that says if you have PTSD or not. The CAPS fiber. So Dr. Hughes was like, you got it. You're pretty what is it? Post-traumatic. Is it Post Malone? No, I like him. My grandkids like him. Post Malone. I don't know any of his songs. I think it's like, I'm Post Malone and I'm about to rock your world. I hope he's the one that's still alive, because there's one that passed away. But anyways, it's just me, Dr. Hughes. So yeah, you have that Post Malone disorder for sure, girl. High five. Okay, tell me more. Like, okay, so was Johnny like a total biznatch? He was, wasn't he? Like, I feel like that's what Dr. Hughes spent her time doing, is gossiping. Judge Jolene's like, objection, Dr. Hughes, you gossip too much. Okay. You need to get to the facts. I mean, I like a little tea time too, but start a podcast for that, Dr. Hughes. When it comes to the psychology of things, you got to give him the test. And she was like, no, just tell me. Okay. Was Johnny did he have bad breath in the morning? Oh my God, I hate that. Smokes all the time, right? Doesn't even brush before he wants to make out. And then he's like, oh, I want to, go downstairs. And it's like, I don't want to have a tobacco shop in my cellar. You know what I mean? I had a ex-husband or a couple ex-husbands here or there. So I know what you're talking about. Amber Heard, maybe we could hang out. And Amber's like, yeah, maybe not, maybe never. Maybe we'll never hang out. Awesome. So yeah. So tell me more about Hollywood stuff. What's Elon Musk? Is his wiener really crooked? Is it crooked? Is it, cause that's, I read all the files. I was just I was just getting in there and putting, I had so many Post-it notes. Speaking of Post Malone, I had so many Post-it notes on all the pages. And I remember I highlighted here, I circled Elon Musk crooked wiener. What's that like? I had one that was broken once, and it it didn't really work, but we just kind of balled it together and shoved it in. And, it was an experience. I just think you should experience life. What's it like for you though? Young, hot Hollywood, all that stuff. I could come to the Chateau Marmont with you and your girls, and we could just, I could bring my records, or I don't know. I could do stuff. I could drive. I could sober drive when you guys get all up on Molly and rub your scalps until they bleed. Is that what you do on Molly? I don't know. Is there a girl named Molly? Is that why they called it? Did a girl named Molly? I think that is true. A girl named Molly in bed today. So this is Dr. Hughes. She's just a gossip, So Dr. Curry, like I said, comes in, and I got to open up. I promised that I would open up a little thing here of Dr. Curry, but I don't know if I have the newest version of the DCM Dr. Curry's hairdo. But she came in and she was like, she didn't even do it right. Okay. She only administered the CPD and CBD oil test, which is the gold standard, the gold, the silver, and the bronze mixed together, which makes diamonds. If you don't know anything about science, okay? She only administered that test 10 days after I did. Me, Dr. Curry. Okay? So she gave Amber Heard the CAPS 5. And she didn't even fill out the whole sheet. She was just like, okay, this looks good, you know. Just like, why did you write in the corner? Because I was taking notes about Elon Musk's dick. Duh. And then it was like Elon Musk, penis, crooked. I put it on this. God, I don't want to take these notes. So Dr. Curry really called out Dr. Hughes on this one. And I was like, ooh, Dr. Hughes, this is not going to be good for you in the future. Oh, there is my folder I was looking for. Let's see if we have a Dr. Curry pick. God, how did I not get a Dr. Curry pick? I think I get mesmerized when she's on the stand. I'll have to use an older one. Maybe I'll just go into my overall Johnny Depp folder and make it happen here. Like Mariah Carey says, make it happen. If you believe in yourself enough and know what you know, you're going to make it happen. Make it happen. And if you get on your knees and not impress the Lord, she's going to make it happen. Make it happen. Okay, this is an older picture, but she did kind of do a pony, you know, a little bit. I think she had her hair up today. But either way, she just destroyed Dr. Hughes. Dr. Curryism also said transparency is really at the center of good science in general. And I was like, I have no idea what that means, but objection sustained. Okay. That sounds like something a smart person would say who writes in the columns they're supposed to write in. Because apparently this CAPS 5 is an intense test. I mean, they came up with it in Minnesota. No offense, but we're like the smartest people come from Minnesota. NBD. And this woman just was like, yeah, you got PTSD, but she didn't administer any of it. And then when she did administer it, it was only after Dr. Curry administered it. And it was like, huh? And then Dr. Curry explained that PTSD can't be triggered if it isn't present. Ooh, that's a burn. Boom, roasted, okay? She's like, it is not present in Amber Heard. She continued to say that. She said, and then Elaine came in and I was like, Elaine, I love you, but come on. She was like, Dr. Curry, are you board certified? Elaine, we know she's not board certified. Objection, asked and answered, and also kind of a dick move. Why do you have to be board certified? Who's on this board? Because I know a lot of school boards that are real shit. Okay. So there's lots of boards that I don't want to be a part of. So maybe she's just a free thinker and she's on her own board. Okay. The board of administer the CAPS 5 correctly. And then Dr. Curry had to say, no, Elaine, I am not board certified. I'm just very intelligent. I went to Pepperdine. I worked with the troops. I know how to administer PTSD tests. I've worked with lots of PTSD people and I don't gossip with my clients. And then Elaine's like, did you have any alcohol with your friend, Johnny Depp? You went over to his house to talk to his team and you had a little bit of alcohol, blame it on the alcohol. Dr. Curry's like, I don't remember if alcohol was present. I think there was like a mule. And then Elaine was like, I got a joke. Who's got a joke? I got a joke. What kind of mule? And she goes, oh, it's a Moscow mule. Moscow mule. They come in those cute little glasses. I don't remember if I drank it. I just think I saw it. It might have fallen in my mouth. I'm not sure. And Elaine's like, thank goodness. Didn't want to think there's an animal there. You hear that one, Rotten Boner? Yeah, you hear that one, TMZ guys coming up later? You guys like that? That's how Elaine rolls. That's how Elaine rolls. But she brought up all the same shit again with so little time left with Amber Heard's side. I mean, they got like 2 hours left or an hour now. And Elaine's asking the same question. Did you have some fun while you were working? Oh, guilty. And I was like, objection, Elaine. Elaine, that is leading us down a path of just not fun. Okay. Asked and answered. She's already been there, done that. Leave her alone, Elaine. And Elaine, that's pretty much all Elaine had. And then Dr. Curry was like, yeah, we didn't have animals there as well. Elaine's like, Elaine made a funny. Okay. Oh my gosh. And Elaine has no time. And she's doing all this and she has no time, like I said. And she's like speed racer. She's on like 2.5 speed when you watch things. I do that regularly on YouTube because it's hard to get through everything. Now, when people speak at a normal speed, people will say, Joleen, Judge Joleen. Of course, everyone calls me Judge Joleen. Judge Joleen, you speak so quickly. Slow down, take a breath. It's like, I don't have time. People are going to log off of this channel. Okay. We've already lost 3 subscribers or viewers, maybe, hopefully not subscribers. Okay. And yes, again, Michael, this is only because Dr. Curry wants her 15 minutes of fame. So me, Elaine, I wish I had a good Elaine filter. This is my only Elaine filter. Dr. Curry, do you realize that this trial is televised? You do? So you just want your 15 minutes of fame, huh? You had to come back and get that 15 minutes of fame, huh? You want that 15 minutes of fame. Everybody wants fame, not me. After this, I'm gonna sink into a Michael's and never come out again. Okay, you better find me in aisle 14. That's what the cricket machines, however you say it. I'm gonna make mugs that say, is there a mule in here? Yes, that is she's like, Elaine's acting like it's 1982. Everyone wants to be on the TV. You just want to be on the TV, don't you? The TV. You want to be on the Twitters and the TV. It's like everyone's on the TV. I bet you I'm on some of your TVs right now. We're all on TV. At home, you're on TV. If you make a tiki-taki, you're on the TV. You don't actually being on TV is it doesn't pay as well as YouTube half the time. Okay. Speaking of which, feel free to hit that like, subscribe, and you can send a super chat if you want, or join my Patreon or my YouTube membership, but no pressure. Okay. But Elaine says you should do it. Okay. Leaf says, how can we get Joleen to testify on the stand? Make it work. Make it so. Call the umbrella man. He knows everything. Tell the umbrella man that I need to be testifying. Okay. Here we go. All right. So Dr. Curry's like, I just came here to basically educate you and your expert witnesses on how to actually administer tests for PTSD. And I will say that when I did, again, I will have to remind everyone that when I did give the test to Miss Heard, she tested very much in the range of deception. Because here's what happens, okay? We throw in some real humdingers, some ones that are like, does your PTSD cause, anal bleeding and cold sores on your wrist? And she, just to see if people say it, she said yes to all of them. Okay. They were like, does your PTSD cause you to watch and binge over and over episodes of Saved by the Bell, the new class, which was horrendous? Did you do that? And Amber Heard was like, I did. I watched all of Saved by the Bell, the new class. They had Screech in the episodes. It was great. I watched it. Okay. All right. Well, it also, okay. Okay. Let me ask you this one. Does your PTSD make you go into Five Below, pull down your pants, and defecate on anything that isn't 5 or below? It does. It did. Okay. That was a trick question because I knew she would answer yes to that one. Okay. All right. Let me see. What else do we have here on the test? I'm just administering the test with some real humdingers. Okay. Does your PTSD cause you to drink Dawn dishwashing detergent and then blow bubbles out of your rear? Is that what? Okay, it does. Wow, you have some bad PTSD there. Oh, gosh. Does your PTSD make you still watch Grey's Anatomy? Oh, that's bad. That's real bad. I know some people aren't going to. Objection, Judge Joleen. Some people love Grey's Anatomy. Overruled. I feel like it's run its course. Okay. In America, what we do with TV is we run everything into the ground. The UK office, 3 seasons done. US office, 42 seasons, even without Steve Carell. We were like, we're going to still roll with it. Okay. And I swear by the Ricky Gervais method of get it off the television before I start hating it. All right. No offense to Grey's Anatomy, but that's overruled. Okay. Wow. Okay. Well, it looks like you have really bad PTSD, Miss Heard. And she said, I do. I have the worst, but I'm also very competent. I'm doing fine. I'm a level 33 sommelier, which I thought was a Somalia, which is not. That's a country that is not what it's called. And then she's like, wow, you're a 33 level sommelier. I am. I know that you're supposed to drink the wine and spit it. But when you're a 33, you just drink the wine until you start throwing things at your sister, allegedly. That's what you do, allegedly. I don't know. That's what the 33s do. Okay. So yeah, Dr. Curry, she couldn't have done better. She really couldn't have done better. Okay. And blow bubbles out of your butt. I mean, that's the worst kind of PTSD. But I love how she explained it. Like, we throw in this test has these questions so we can see if people are being, and she said it could be, maybe it can be on purpose she's being deceptive, or maybe it can be unconsciously deceptive. But you're going to throw in questions, and if people pick it, you're like, and they pick all of them, the ones that are like so ridiculous and that's not part of a symptom of PTSD, then someone's trying to get out of work. Okay. Someone's trying to go on short-term disability. Been there, done that. Okay. You just have to say you want to pull in front of traffic. But that is just allegedly. And don't do that. Don't do that. Okay. The 400th episode tomorrow. Well, praise be. I mean, that's amazing. And you should love it. And don't listen to me. Okay. I'll play a little special fun clip for that.
On my way back. Sorry. I can't hear you.
Aquaman.
Oh.
Aquaman. That's my favorite one, Johnny Depp. That's the one thing my husband, he doesn't watch all the trial with me, but he always remembers the Aquaman. He just walks up to me and he goes, Aquaman. And that is part of our foreplay now. And our safe word has become couch, and also Aquaman. That's our safe word. Okay. So then, then Johnny. Okay. So I don't know if this is the right order. Objection. Joleen, you're the judge. You should know. Overruled. I am a YouTube judge. Very different from Penny. Okay. I have served no purpose to the United States of America other than being a leech. All righty. So Johnny Depp takes a stand again. And he tells, that Joe Mandel guy, apparently he's a real stink butt. He embezzled money, and then he comes on. He's got the nerve, allegedly. He embezzled money, I think you have to say allegedly. Then he comes on the stand and says Johnny doesn't give to any charities. Well, it sounds like he couldn't because he took all his money. But he also, Johnny did say, I like to, be a part of it. I work with the Make-A-Wish Foundation, which I thought was pretty cool because I volunteered with Make-A-Wish before. Objection. Why are you talking about yourself? Are you trying to win favor with your audience? Overruled. I am. Okay. But I did stuff envelopes for them and other things. But objection. Shut up about yourself. Sustained. Okay. So Johnny's back on. Oh, I did have a Dr. Curry. Come on, Joleen. I mean, look at Dr. Curry came to play. She's like, we ain't here to party. Ladies, move. Gentlemen, move. Somebody ring the alarm. There's like a fire or something. But then Johnny comes on the stand and he's like, oh, this dude, Joe Mandel or Mandezel or whoever, he embezzled so much money from me. And he's just a real not good guy. Then Johnny gets on a cross with, he talks about Amber Heard and Australia. Okay. He says, listen, did I help Amber Heard get Aquaman? I don't know. You tell me. Let me tell you the story. Here's the deal. I was with the Hollywood Vampires. They booked us because we're awesome. Allison or Alice Cooper, whatever that guy's name is, for life. Okay. And I was just like, rock, keep on rocking in a free world. Johnny Depp loves peyote. I was on stage killing it. And then Amber was like, hey, I have an audition in LA, so we have to go back right away. And I was like, right away, because I like to like chill and do coke after the show. I like to like, me and Alice Cooper like to just snort, a whole cactus full of cocaine because I think he lives in Arizona. And she was like, no, I have an audition tomorrow. Okay. So it's for, and it ironically was for.
On my way back. Sorry, I can't hear you.
Aquaman.
Oh.
I don't know if it was first, second, third audition or whatever. So, she has to go to it. So we have to go back right away to LA. Then she tells me that Aquaman is going to be filmed in Australia. And we know that is, not good for Amber Heard.
Honey, you've got a big storm coming.
Objection. Speculative. Overruled. It's not speculative because Amber Heard had, I think by that time, correct me if I'm wrong, Jolene's jury, but had brought dogs illegally into the Australian outback to mate with kangaroos, allegedly. She was like, I've always wanted a kangaroo dog. And Johnny said, those aren't a thing, Amber. And she said, they're a thing. And then she brought her 2 dogs and tried to get them to mate with a kangaroo. And it just was a whole mess. And then Australia found out and they were like, hello, we are very strict about what kind of like wildlife and stuff comes onto our continent because there's a lot of stuff we haven't been exposed to, like Amber Heard. So this is a lot for us and you might go to jail. So then Johnny Depp had to do a video and they had to, it was so awkward, the 2 of them. And they're like, Australia is a wonderful country that is beautiful and lovely. And we are very sorry that we have disrespected it by bringing our little white Yorkies who also might shit on the bed to your country. Sorry. Everyone should travel here. Come on. Don't grab a kangaroo. Ask for consent first. Yeah. Grab a boomerang and throw it. It'll come back to you if you're lucky. Thank you. Please don't send me to prison. And that's, I think, what happened. So then Australia, I don't know if she's still on the lam from Australia or if they let her off, but she could have done 10 years. Mocha Rain is Australian. So Mocha, tell us. Mocha says it was a big deal. No one liked her. I mean, that is to mate with the kangaroos. That is rude. That's very rude. It's very rude. And also kangaroos, they're very non-sexual beings. They're all of their births, if you guys don't know, are immaculate conceptions. It's just the kangaroo way. It's how it is. It's everything's upside down. Toilet flushes the wrong way. Kangaroos are virgins. And Amber Heard came in there trying to slut up the kangos, and it just wasn't happening. So I think that's the reason it was going to be an issue for her to film in Australia because Warner Brothers was like, is she going to come and harass these kangaroos again? And all the people that live with the kangaroos. And so Johnny goes, then I had to go and talk to, let's see, Shel Silverstein, I think it was. Tell him I had to go where the sidewalk ends and tell him she's cool. She's cool. And then I went to Beverly Hills. She works for Warner Brothers. And I just say, she's cool. She's cool. Because Johnny Depp, had a deal with Warner Brothers. I had like a multi-deal, one of the many times. I don't like to talk about it. I don't even look at myself in the mirror. But yeah, so then she got the role. So did I help? You tell me. They were worried about her, and then I smoothed it over. Okay, smooth as silk. Yes, doggaroos. That Amber wanted to create doggaroos since she was a little girl. She said, I want to have sex in the stairwell with James Franco, not as a little girl, she said, when she was older. And I want to make doggaroos. Okay. She loved Dunkaroos. And one day she was just sitting watching Freaks and Geeks. She was young. And she was like, who's that guy on the screen? Also, Dunkaroos should be doggaroos. And that was formed, Aquaman. So yeah. And, she owed money, like Mocha, our official spokesperson for Australia, is saying, so yeah. So she gets the job there. And then Amber was just like, Elaine. Her and Elaine did a lot of like whisper. They were going back and forth with the whispers. Let me see if I have any of, I think I have some with out sound, which is fine because we're narrating what's happening. We don't want to get struck, even though everyone can do this. But I did hear that some of the channels might strike you. Okay. So Amber's just like, whatever. Oh, sorry, Emily D. Baker. This is from Emily D. Baker's. I was grabbing a screenshot. She's not a striker, but she mentioned that maybe the law and crime one, they might, they might strike. But shout out to Emily D. Baker. So then he's on the stand and, he's continuing to tell his story. And Amber Heard's like, yeah, right. I got that role on my own. Okay. I'm the next Zendaya and everybody knows it. And Elaine's like, I want to die. Not like die, but I want to like go away to a tropical island and never use a cell phone again. They gave me this freaking, Elaine, they gave me this smarty phone. I like smarty candies, but I don't like smarty phones. I can't use my flip phone because Amber said I have to text an emoji for code when I communicate with her. So I have to have this. I just want to go away and just never come back, So then Johnny goes, he tells, Camille talks to him and, they have their rapport. Objection, you're not going to start that rumor again that they're doing it. Overruled. Yes, I am. Definite chemistry was going on again. Okay. In the courtroom. For sure. Yeah, her and James Franco were a thing, allegedly, in an elevator. And then some people are saying maybe there were stairwells. Not getting pushed down them, but banging in them. So I don't know if that's what sparked the stairwell accusation. This is all alleged and for comedy, but also I did read it somewhere. Objection. Give us a source. Where did you read it? Overruled. I have no idea. Okay. Yeah, James Franco's a real prevert. Allegedly. That's what's happening. Okay. So Johnny, he just is again saying it was a rough one because, he's explaining what it's like. He explained being on, they went on some kind of, I guess we can pull this down. They went on a honeymoon. I guess it's not some kind, but they went on a honeymoon, you guys. And apparently she was assaulting him on the honeymoon. And then we had to play battle of the who's using what filter. And they had their little expert, which I think was just Rotten Boner. And then Johnny Depp's team had an expert later that he was shutting it down, even though they had a new little lawyer guy. I think I don't know if he was from TMZ or what, the TMZ lawyer. Maybe he was there earlier and I missed him, but he was very upset. When he talked to Johnny Depp's team's expert about the possible Photoshop and Amber Heard's metadata not adding up with her photos, he was like, oh, Your Honor, he can't do that. Your Honor, we talked about this. Can I approach? It was just really, really weird. I mean, I know that Emily D. Baker always points out how Rotten Boner is like, but this guy was full on like, it's not fair. We already talked about this. Come on, we got to approach. And he was asking the expert when he was cross-examining him, Johnny Depp's expert, on the photos. And the guy was basically being like, I'm a pro. I know what I'm doing. I've been doing this a long time. And he was like, oh, yeah, but do you have a degree in anything but political science? And then the older gentleman, who is the expert for Heard's team, was like, I got that degree 47 years ago. Okay. It was like back when Barry Goldwater was still kicking it. All right. Speaking of the Goldwater effect, you realize you don't always go into the field that you get a degree with. And now I have 40 years of experience in computers and technologies and photos and shit. And he was like, yeah, but you were just going for political sciences. He's like, yeah, but you realize like they make you pick your major when you're 18, which is kind of crazy unless you're one of those kids that just knows what they want to do, but most of us don't. So then we pick creative writing, and then we're like, how do you get paid? But the school loans keep coming in saying pay us, and you're like, but I majored in creative writing. Okay, so that was him with political science. He's like, I just didn't want to get political. I wanted to get down in the metadata. So he keeps asking him questions and then stopping him from answering. And then when he does answer, his answer basically is always, these photos, they've been changed. They're changed photos. This is in a Microsoft Word doc. This one over here is a JPEG, pinger dinger. I don't know. They've been changed a million times. They've been formatted. Some of them are screenshots. The bruise was over here. Now the bruise is over there. So yeah, I can't really say much about it because they've been changed. That's why I'm here to tell you, sir. He's like, Your Honor, he's being mean. Okay, I asked him a question, but I didn't want him to answer it. Your Honor, stop him. And then Penny's like, sustained. I don't know. Just let's see where this goes. That was Penny all day today. She's like, I don't know. Overruled. We're going to see where this goes. We'll see what it ends up. Well, Your Honor, it's going to end up in, leading and stuff. It's going to end up in speculation and speculative. And, you're going to have to guess what was in the email. And he's like, I don't have to guess because it was saved to the cloud. He's like, Your Honor, I don't know what the cloud is. And Elaine's like, me neither. I don't know. I don't like clouds, especially now. It's supposed to be spring. So they say here in Virginia, but it gets real chilly at night. Elaine doesn't like to pull out her sweaters in May. Elaine wants sleeveless shirts in May. Okay. Elaine likes to tan. All right. I digress, but that was that guy's part. I felt bad for that guy because he's like, can I answer a question? The guy's like, you can't. Don't let him, Your Honor. Don't let him answer. It's not fair. It's going to prove our side wrong. Gosh, he's a dick. Just quit being a dick, dude. And he's like, okay, all right. But this part was Longer Boner or Rotten Boner talking to Johnny Depp about his photos where he, my husband's like, hey, bedtime, Mrs. I know I should be sleeping, but it's too fun. And I love Jolene's jury. So I just stay awake. But I do have to work in the morning. But we'll get through it. We're all getting through it together. We all got to work in the morning. Terry, thank you for the super chat. I appreciate you. You are hilarious. Best thing about this whole trial. Oh gosh, you just gave me shivers. Thank you so much. Thank you. In my lack of metadata photos, you gave me shivers. So then here comes Rotten Boner, and he's like, well, don't you think that this could, this was edited? Did you use one of those filters on Instagram? And Johnny's like, no, if the sun is coming at you from the side, it can kind of cast a shadow under your eye. And I mean, you guys know I do coke, right? And then to sleep, sometimes they give me Seroquel and then I fall asleep with ice cream. So I'm not getting the best sleep either. So I do have some bags under my eyes. And then, Rotten Boner's like, wow, there you go. Proof is in the pudding. And Johnny's like, no, all right, I guess no one hit me. Nobody hit me. Everybody hit everybody else, but nobody hit me. So as much as he kept pulling up these photos and, the photos from their honeymoon, Rotten Boner was like, you're faking it. You're faking it. Didn't happen. Okay. If I didn't see it, it didn't happen. And I will say, even Emily D. Baker, and I'm only saying this because Emily D. Baker, because I don't know shit about shit. Objection, you're a judge. Sustained, okay? That Rotten Boner did have a good cross for what his job is, because even if you don't like him, his job is to, win the case for Amber Heard. That's what he's getting paid for. But yeah, they just showed pictures of them, and Amber Heard looks, on all the pictures, she could barely have her eyes open, and, who knows what they're both on in these pictures. We don't know. What picture is this? Oh, this is Johnny Depp with a little kid. And this is the one where, I think wasn't this the day before? I don't know. Maybe she hit me all the days. I can't remember all the times that she did. So Rotten Boner was just like, boom, 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 coming at Johnny Depp. Elaine was like firing out stuff. So yeah, they were like, Johnny Depp probably has a bruise kit. It's probably, I feel like since he likes Europe and he likes France and he likes the UK, he's dated Kate Moss, and then his ex is a beautiful French woman. He probably uses Charlotte Tilbury. That's what I'm assuming. He has a Charlotte Tilbury bruise kit. All right. Yes. Acton, man. Yes. Kate Moss is a national institution in England. So all she says is true. True. Definitely a shine. I mean, it looked like a shiner to me. But what do we know? We're just the idiots watching it at home. Objection. We're not idiots. Don't let people call us idiots. We can write think pieces too. Okay. All right. So moving on from that, let's see what else does Judge Joleen have up her sleeve. So we talked about the guy who specialized in the photos and metadata, Johnny Depp. Oh God. Oh, how could I forget about this? Allegedly. Okay. So Rottenboner's like, did you send a text where you said some dirty stuff about fish or Molly? Okay. So we get this. I don't know how we're supposed to read this. All right. So we have a timestamp of 2/22/2017. And this is direction incoming. So if they pulled his phone, that was the question on the internet, was if they pulled Johnny Depp's phone and it's incoming, does that mean the message is being sent to him? Because outgoing would be, right? I don't know. I'm not a T-Mobile mathematician, but the body of it, right? Exactly. He says, Molly's Ussy, we'll call it Ussy, is rightfully mine. In all caps, exclamation point, exclamation point. I mean, this sounds like a love letter. Should I just not bust it and remove its hinges tonight? That doesn't even make sense. I have no idea what that means. Ussies don't have hinges. Last I checked, I could go down there and look for you guys, but I'm pretty sure I don't. Again, Molly, are we talking about MDMA? Are we talking about Molly from 90 Day Fiance? So I live in Atlanta, Georgia, and I like to fit ladies for bras, for brassieres. I'm Molly from 90 Day Fiance. I'm also on Pillow Talk on TLC. Okay. So apparently he sent this to someone. I forget who they said he sent it to. Probably Ben Roethlisberger or some other evil person, and then incoming, I want to okay, then we'll get to the next one. But I don't know what this text means. Like, I'm really trying as like a writer to get into the mind of all I can think of is peyote and Hunter S. Thompson. Molly can be, I just don't, who's Molly? Did he date? So is it Molly Ringwald? Because if so, someone tell her she's on Riverdale. You can get a hold of her, is rightfully mine. Ussy. So, and is it the cat? Is there a cat situation? Because cats are also called ussies. So are you looking to get someone's cat? This is just very weird. I need more context on this. And then Johnny Depp's like, I don't think I remember even saying these things. Should I not just bust it and remove its hinges? Well, hinges are the things that hold the door up, right? And then tonight, find out, do a little research, Rotten Boner. Who was he dating? 2/22/2017. Or was he still married then? No, right? No. I don't know. It was just like, what is going on? Was Molly her nickname? Yeah, who knows? Who knows? I mean, it could be an empty, yes. The thing is, this case has established, listen, I am the first person to be like, I do not like the way Johnny Depp or Amber Heard talk to each other. It's gross. I would never want to be in a relationship where we're calling each other see you next Tuesdays and fat and old, but Hollywood is a weird freaking place. And I'm sure there's lots of relationships like that out there. It's not right, for sure. But we have established that Johnny Depp writes very strangely. He literally lives Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas. He took that movie role. First it was Edward Scissorhands. Everything was scissors. He had scissors. I don't know if you guys remember. He went through a scissors fade where he was just like, sorry, I cut you. I'm really in character, And then he's never gotten out of this Fear and Loathing. He kind of shifted the Fear and Loathing character into Jack Sparrow and gave him an English accent, and he's got some stuff in his mouth, and he's like Keith Richards, and he's like, I didn't brush my teeth and I'm drunk, wake up in the morning with the bottle of Jack, like Kesha. It was like Kesha and Keith Richards melt together. So I don't know. Like, I can't decipher. I know we're supposed to be like, oh my God, he wants to remove the hinges. I don't know. As a stand-up comedian, I send so much fucked up stuff to people, like texts and stuff that I say and jokes I'm trying out. Stuff me and my husband text each other. I mean, you have to put me in jail. I don't know. I do jokes about freaking turning my relationship into a Dateline episode if my husband cheats. So I can't say. If he's being serious about it. I don't even know what this is about. Okay, I'm sorry. I just don't know what it's about. I know I'm supposed to have all my feelings are supposed to be heard about this, but I just don't know what it's about. It just is very confusing. Okay. How come I don't have the other one? Oh, darn it. And there's a longer one that is a little more detailed. Let's see if I can find it here. Okay, here we go. Let's read this one. All righty. So direction incoming. So that to me, that's the same one, Joleen. Oh, but there's a little more. Okay, Judge Joleen, objection. Are you getting sleepy? Yeah, but overruled. I'm having a nice time with the Joleen's jury. Okay. Body. Okay, so then direction incoming. I want to change her understanding of what it is like to be thrashed about like a pleading mackerel. I need, I want, I take. Where have I heard that before? Buffy. This is a Buffy the Vampire Slayer reference, you guys. Faith comes into town. Okay, so Buffy, technically, she dies. Spoiler alert, in the first season, but Xander gives her mouth to mouth because Angel has no breath, but she's really in love with Angel. But Xander's like, I'm in love with her. And she's like, we're just friends, bro. And he turns out to be a little, on the creepy side in real life and on the show. Anywho, allegedly. So then a new Slayer comes because you only get a new Slayer when one Slayer dies, right? So then Kendra comes. She's like, I am Kendra. And she has a horrible accent. I don't know what she's supposed to be, but she dies in season 2. Another spoiler alert. So then that brings up Faith. And Faith is from Boston. She's a badass. Her mom didn't really love her. She, she's looking for a father figure. It's Eliza Dushku. She's awesome, And so she comes in and she teaches Buffy the way of her slaying because Buffy is very altruistic. Like Buffy she wants to do right. Even though she hates the fact that she has to save the world against the demons and the vampires and the forces of darkness, she wants to just go to prom, lose her virginity, and have a little bit of fun. Okay, go away to college, but she's got to go to UC Sunnydale because apparently there's a college right around the street, which is so convenient, Joss Whedon. Anyways, so then Faith comes on and she's like, why do you always go by the book? We got a new watcher. I'm out of here. And that's Wesley Wyndham-Pryce. He's the new watcher that's brought forth. It's a long story. I don't want to bore you guys, but it's not boring. It's really actually good. So then Faith comes in and Buffy's like the goody-goody and Faith's the bad girl and she wears leather and pleather and she's like, come on. And they break into a weapons store in Sunnydale because Sunnydale just has a weapons store. I mean, well, it is on the Hellmouth where all the, evil shit happens. And then she teaches Buffy, I need, want, take. So they break in the store and Buffy goes, need, want, take. I swear I got to Google this because you can always bring it back to Buffy. Buffy, need. But he's probably a Buffy fan, which amazing. Yes. Want, take, have. That is what she says. And it's in the episode entitled Bad Girls. And I believe that is season 2. She says need, want, take, have. Need, want, take, have. So it's a play on Buffy. Oh my God. Buffy the Vampire Slayer has entered the court. They need me. You need to hire me. Okay. So someone tell Camille that we can go get petties this weekend and I'll fly into the VA and, we'll have some fun. But yeah, need, want, have. Buffy, then the police come, real Debbie Downers. They try to arrest some dude. You're arresting 2 Slayers. They have superpowers. They let him take him into custody, and then they break out of the car, and they're like, what are you guys in? A girl gang or something? And then Faith is like, yeah, we're called the Slayers. And they're like, oh, dumb girls. And then they just beat up these cops. So, I mean, it always comes down to Buffy. I loved Kendra's honor. right? It failed to incoming. If it's coming to his phone, if they checked his phone and it's coming in, someone send that to him, right? To him. Oh my gosh. He probably has. Johnny is probably writing in the Sunnydale High School Journal like I do. Oh my gosh. Johnny Depp, give me a call. Let me know if that's what's going on because I can get you out of this. Okay. Oh, I can help so much. Okay. And we cracked this case, you guys. He's not just regurgitating, hyperbolating Hunter S. Thompson. He's reliving Buffy the Vampire Slayer with every text and every move he makes. Do you remember when Buffy turned herself in because John Ritter was on a guest episode and it was dating Joyce, her mom, but he was really an evil robot, like serial killer who's been like killing his wives for years and burying them in a closet in his little basement home. And then Buffy pushed him down the stairs because he was being a real creep to her. And then he died and then she turned herself in. And and then everyone blamed Buffy. They're like, Buffy, you did something bad. You did something bad. You did something bad. And stairs. And like, oh my gosh. I solved the case. That's all it took. Oh my gosh. Call me. Chewy, you got to get on the horn with me. If you could call that lady at the Phoenix airport, if she could call you, I should be able to call Chewy. It all comes down to Buffy. I can get on the stand and I can get you out of this. Okay. Oh my God. Rewatch season 2 is amazing. It's amazing. It's also heartbreaking. Okay. Let's get back into this. All right. So obviously I want to take is just they're watching season 2 of Buffy, which everyone should. I guarantee you will have a good time. Okay. Let's open up this thing now. Okay. So now we got another one. This is outgoing. Okay. So this is technically then something that Johnny Depp sent, right? Because it's outgoing. Because this other one said incoming. Yeah, so weird. All right. And Johnny's like, I don't remember doing this. But actually, I think he did kind of fess up to this one because he's like, someone's trying to take down my whole life. I'm mad at the turd herd, which Amber Heard needs to lean in. You need to not lean back. You need to lean into the turd stuff and just market it. Anything is marketable, okay? And make it turd herd. Make it fun. Like, I'm fun. I'm funny. I get it. I get the joke. Let's, make some merch, stuff like that. You can make little onesies. Also, it'd be cute on a baby, because they poop their pants and stuff. All right. I don't know. I'm not a mother, but I think babies poop their pants. All right. So here's outgoing. He says, she's begging for total global humiliation, talking about allegedly Amber Heard. She's going to get it. I'm going to need your text about San Francisco. Brother, I love how thank you, Dee Marie, for becoming a member. I love how he talks like Hulk Hogan. Brother, all right, brother. Like there's that generation. And I think it's the WWF that got you there. Not the WWE, the WWF. Because back in the day, Hulk Hogan would be like, brother, yeah, brother. And then Randy Savage and the whole crew. All right. And Miss what was her name? Miss Rebecca? I don't know. Anywho's the Ultimate Warrior. Okay. Quit saying objection. Quit saying wrestlers' names. All right, Jake the Snake Roberts. Shut up. Okay. So I'm going to need your text about San Francisco, brother. I'm even sorry to ask, but she sucked mollusks. Mollusks is that's Elon. Elon Musk? Mollusks. Oh my God. Crooked dick. Oh, not the crooked dick. And he gave her some shitty lawyers. Is that Elaine? I have no mercy. Oh, sweep the leg. That's a Karate Kid reference. It all comes back to the shows, okay? No Fear, which was a popular brand of t-shirt and clothing in his day, not Amber's, and not an ounce of emotion. Sounds like you're hurt people. Or what I once thought was love for this gold digging, low level, dime a dozen, mushy, pointless, dangling. Oh, this is a lot of adjectives. Overused, Flappy fish market. Well, that's where I draw the line, though. That the fish market. We got to stop with calling women's genitals fish, Johnny. We got to work on that. I'm so effing happy. She wants to go to fight this out. She will hit the wall hard. And I cannot wait to have this waste of a coom goozler out of my life. Oh. I met effing Sublime. You met Sublime? Oh, no. Bradley's dead. Okay. Little Russian here. Okay. Which made me realize the time I blew on that 50-cent stripper. Oh, I thought he really meant like blow. Oh, like the time he wasted on it. What's with the stripper thing? Okay. I wouldn't touch her with a goddamn glove. If it doesn't fit, you must have quit. That's an OJ reference. I can only hope that karma kicks in and takes the gift of breath from her. Oh, well, that's a little much, John. Sorry, man. But now I will stop at nothing. Let's see if Mollusk oh my God, has a pair. Well, he does, but they're crooked. Come see me face to face. I'll show him things he's never seen before, like a straight wiener. Like the other side of his dick when I slice it. Oh, well, this is a little troublesome. Yeah. And I think then he was trying to be like, I was real hurt, real mad, but that's I mean, there's funny parts, but there's also parts where you're like, I mean, yeah, no love lost on Elon Musk here. I think he's a dickwad, but yeah. Okay. So on that one, yeah, I don't think it's probably enough to sway the jury one way or the other, because we've seen lots of interactions with these two where they just say the shittiest stuff to each other. They were such a toxic relationship, and just so they both need to go to like therapy about how to be in the next relationship. Oh my God. Oh, and he did date a little Russian. Was it a Russian doll? Maybe this is promotion for what's her face's new show. The second season of Russian Doll is out on Netflix. So maybe he's got to deal with Netflix. He's got to throw that in there. Okay. And he predicted this in 2017. Roy says fish fillet on deck, right? Well, maybe he's a fan of the fish, Sammy at McDonald's. Juliet says, as a woman, I should be offended by dangling a flappy fish market, but sorry. Well, I think it's because it's the wording, it's like dangling flappy fish market. If we would have had one more like F in there, end with the D, like DFFD or something. But yeah, flappy. I've heard of Arby's roast beef type descriptions. Well, they did that. Oh, Spencer Pratt did that to Lauren Conrad in The Hills. Oh, what a dick. I mean, okay, big deal. But then I saw a TikTok where a girl is wearing a skirt and she pretends to fall on a guitar, and then it's a close-up of some Arby's roast beef going like this on the guitar. So I don't know. Comedy is subjective, okay? 50 Cent dated Chelsea Handler. That is a fun fact. That text is literally the text of a man with nothing left to lose. Yeah, I mean, yeah, he's like, take the breath and the dicks away from everybody. Could you imagine getting that message? Right? And you're just like, who's texting you, hon? Oh, Johnny, I'm having such a nice dinner with the fam at Golden Corral. None of Johnny's friends would be at Golden Corral, but you never know. He hangs out with all types. He'd be like, oh, this is nice. She's begging. Oh, humiliation. Oh, I thought this was going to be a global warming text like the ones I get from Leonardo DiCaprio, but it's not. It's about humiliation. Okay. And she's got, okay. San Francisco. Okay. I need the San Francisco stuff. Did he send this to Lady Gaga's ex-fiance who managed them? I don't know. Natasha Lyonne. How could I forget her name? She's iconic. Okay. Yeah. And there's a lot of, they both like, you're washed up, has been fat ass, you're a stripper and you're fat. And they just both were like, you're fatter. No, you're fatter. And it's just so ridiculous. And I'm like, you guys, you're adults, just break up. What happened to just breaking up? Breaking up is hard to do. Just break up. Okay. So this is when Rotten Boner read these, and then Amber was just like, he's a monster. And Elaine's like, oh God, I was gonna get a fish fillet on the way home, and now I can't. I'm so mad. But I have been to Seattle. That fish market's very nice. Elaine like. All right. And I do like Russia. So, okay. Yep. But no, you spoiled my lunch. Sir. So they were like, thought they had a gotcha. But again, we've seen so much in this trial, and there's been so many accusations thrown around on both sides that isn't shocking. I don't think it was the get that they thought it was going to be. Objection. Joleen, what do you know? Sustained. It might not. It's so toxic. The relationship is it's like the grossest relationship I've ever heard of. These two should have, I'm sure that that's why everyone who testifies and all their friends are just exhausted. Like, is this still happening? We told these two to break up. Okay. Just because your genitals like each other in the beginning doesn't mean you're MFEO, meant for each other. All right. Who are we getting into next? And I should wrap it up here soon so I can actually go to sleep. But we do have, I thought this was a very interesting pick that we had. Oh, I just wanted Kate Moss longer. You guys, him watching her, watching him, watching her, watching him, watching him, watching her. It was crazy. It was just starting that way, and then all of a sudden, we're done. And they couldn't really cross her because she just said that your client lied and that never happened. Wait, what are you going to say? No, Kate, you're lying. You don't have enough time to call her a liar. There was quite a few cuddle puddles. They're just adding to the cuddle puddles now. Oh, the TMZ thing. Okay. So TMZ tried to block a former employee of theirs from testifying. So that's why we got some new players that showed up in the game. TMZ lawyers showed up, and they're like, listen, Philip Morris and this case that's way more important than this one, you got to protect the journalistic integrity. And Judge Penny was like, objection. We're talking about TMZ. There is no journalistic integrity. Harvey Levin can suck it, because he's already made so much money out of ruining people's lives. I don't understand how these blog sites, these paparazzi, these kind of things think that they, these like TMZ type places that literally destroy people's lives and destroy families and get buku Skrilla to do it, can hold any kind of journalistic integrity. I'm sorry. If it's like real journalism, yes. I majored in journalism, okay? I like it, all right. Objection, did you really? I did. I graduated in 2003, okay, in Wisconsin. But just, no, miss me with that. When you're reporting on, you got Tasha K claiming people got herpes, like freaking Cardi B, and talking about beer bottles and just like gross things. Like, what? I get freedom of speech, very important, all that stuff. But also, sometimes the chickens come home to roost. And so the way you guys get your shit, there might be a whistleblower here. If there was a Whitewater whistleblower, there's going to be a freaking whatever this would be called, I guess. The TMZ, I guess it would be the cabinet abuse, so the cabinet beating up of the cabinets. Okay. So no, the way they fought, yeah, they were worried. So they're worried that this guy at TMZ is going to come forward and he's going to testify and he's going to say, yes, Amber Heard sent this information to us. Not only did she send us this tape that she taped of Johnny Depp in his house on, not on Orange, but I'm sorry, I'm tired, but on one of the streets, his streets that he had his house, not the penthouses, where he's slamming cabinets and he's drunk. He's acting like a complete dickhead for sure. He's drunk. He's drinking mega pints, a little out of control. But all of a sudden TMZ gets a hold of this. And then also TMZ just knew when to show up when she was going to be filing the temporary restraining order and to take pictures. So this guy was kind of exposing all of that. And they were like, no, we need to protect Harvey Levin. I'm a lawyer. Well, can't Harvey protect himself? He is a lawyer, and we can and we won't stop. Can't you see it's we who own the night? Can't you see it's we who bump that life? And we can't stop. Like, don't be surprised then when you put out possible, I'm not saying this is slander, but putting out things, kind of like in the Sun or whatever, that you might be called out for that kind of stuff. It's this whole paparazzi thing and all these magazines and shit is just, I don't know. I have very little sympathy for them with what they do and how they can have any kind of moral high ground when you literally are just like making up and spreading rumors in hopes of getting clicks and views to, you're not providing anything. You're not providing anything like parody, like Judge Joleen. Okay. So, thank you for the super chat. Sometime alias, thank you so much, says Molly equals Mullux equals Musk. We've dove into all the layers of this controversy. Because I will say I was listening to the Umbrella Man, and he was talking about being all of his videos regarding this aren't monetized. They go right to limited monetization. And that happens to me every video. And usually if your video on YouTube, in my experience, when I get limited, if I've said words tonight that they're going to limit it because I said murder and all kinds of things. You can't say English on YouTube. YouTube is very worried about, but it's so crazy, but they don't protect their creators. That's a whole nother story. But they're very worried about that. But all of my videos, even when I'm not necessarily using these words, just if I put Johnny Depp and Amber Heard in the trial in there, it goes to limited monetization, and it takes longer than I've ever seen it take before. So usually if I hit over like right away over 1,000 views, then they check it real quick because the limited monetization says it can take up to 7 days. But if your video is kind of popping off, better than, I guess, over 1,000 views, I'll say that because that's been my experience, then they tend to look it over and approve it sooner. But I had one that was like the full 7 days, and it could have got way more views because it was growing. So what happens is it's not even about making the money off of it. It's about getting bumped out of the algorithm. So when they demonetize a video or they got to limit it and they got to look at it, they bump you out of the algorithm. So then you're not popping up as suggested videos and however they're working the YouTube algorithm these days, So so I thought that was very interesting that he was explaining having that issue. And I was like, So sometime alias, you're a genius. That is the point. Yeah. Every time I do one of these, it goes to limited. Like I said, sometimes it takes a week to pop back in monetization. It's so weird. Even when I do like little shorts, I'm like, I think I think everybody's running into this who's covering this trial. So Elon Musk, calm your boner. What do you not want us to know? We already know that allegedly, maybe possibly, you guys have magic baby embryos that you're fighting over. We don't know. Okay. So, Leanne says, I intended not to watch this trial, but for you, I am tempted. It's, it sucks you. Okay. So ultimately what happens is Judge Penny says, no, we're going to go forward with this because Elaine, you're claiming, the 4 agreements over here, but there's no 4 agreements in this because Elaine's citing some kind of legal thing. Like he shouldn't be able to testify, this guy, and that's this blonde guy who works for TMZ because according to the 4 agreements, and she's like, you didn't read the 4 agreements properly, Elaine. That's not true. And then these other lawyers get up for TMZ and are like, well, we think this. And then Judge Penny's like, I just want to go to lunch. Like, I seriously just want to go to lunch. Can we wrap it up? And that is, I think that's when Ben Chew throws a little snarky shade out at one of the lawyers on that side. And then he calls it out, goes, despite Ben Chew being snarky. And that's when Judge Penny, then Ben Chew, once they get their way and they're going to let this guy testify, he's like, I just want to say that I have worked with this other lawyer on many cases. And I didn't mean to be snarky. And then Judge Penny goes, we're just a snarky guy, Ben. And then everyone's like, ha, 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 ha. So Judge Penny, she's hangry. She's sick of this. She's like, how many more turd stories do I have to hear? So much doo-doo before lunch, okay? So this guy takes the stand. And this guy used to work for TMZ. And he kind of coordinated things. And he saw the inner work. He doesn't work there anymore. And Elaine right away is like, don't you think, did you know that this trial is on TV? And he goes, yeah, I know. So don't you think you're just using this for your 15 minutes of fame? Huh? Killed it. Elaine killed it. And then this guy comes back and says, actually, I could say the same thing about you. Maybe you're just representing Amber Heard for your 15 minutes. And Elaine goes, ooh, wow. Maybe you're being a little argumentative. He's like, no, it's just logic. And I was like, get it, bleach hair guy. Get it, Eminem after 8 Mile. Like, for real. And then Ben Chew's like, that was a good one. I like that one. Everyone in the court kind of cracked up at that, like, burn on Elaine, because I believe Camille had been like, objection, argumentative, and then Penny was like, no, overruled. I want to hear what he says. And he's like, no, it doesn't benefit me to go against TMZ, who is known to get into suing people and stuff. Litigious, what is the word I'm looking for? Objection. Judge Joleen, did you not go to law school? Overruled. Sustained. I didn't go to law school. Okay. So it was a really funny, interesting moment, because the same can be said for anyone having to do, anyone associated with this case. Elaine, I think, you're just doing your job for sure. But I don't know how this will reflect on you with future clients. Maybe it'll be good. Maybe it won't. I don't know. But just the exposure alone, the money you're getting, come on now. So this guy gets up there and he just says, here's how it happens. We get stories. Here's how long it takes for us to get the copyright. Because interesting story, Emily D. Baker said she got a copyright strike from TMZ for playing that video of Johnny Depp before. And she was like, how does TMZ own this? How would they have the copyright when Amber Heard filmed it? So he couldn't testify for a fact Amber Heard sent it, but they did get it via some kind of the cloud, as Elaine would say, that it came in a cloud and it fell in your lap. Objection. Okay, this is calls for speculation, because he's going to start speculating on what the thing said. Nope, it's hearsay, Elaine. Turn on your mic. Objection calls for hearsay. Well, let's just let him. Penny's like, let's just let him say it. And then it ends up being hearsay. So it got sent. And he said the version he saw originally isn't the same version that ended up going on TMZ. So somewhere it was edited and he could see the white swipe. And so he just opened up a whole bunch of like, interesting. Okay. And then got a tip from the field producer. They had a tip that was called in or something that Amber Heard was going to be at, this location, getting a TRO against Johnny, get your cameras there. Also, I think her being at the airport, but they might have missed that. So it was a whole thing. And he was just out there just exposing hoes, just boom, boom, you're exposed. And, he said he wanted to do it because he did look into the case a little bit, because he noticed they were talking about the TMZ incident and the video. And again, it was similar to the Hicksville thing, where he's like, that's actually not how it happened. I was there. Similar to when Weezer from Hicksville came on the stand yesterday and was like, I don't even like Johnny Depp. I like sweaters and vintage light fixtures. I don't like his music. I don't like the Hollywood vampires. I think that's a dumb name. I just want to tell the truth. And I would never wear a mesh shirt. Never, never, never. And then it's, Your Honor, can we approach? Your Honor, can we approach? Your Honor, can we approach? Oh my God, Your Honor, seriously, can we approach? Oh, and then they have to keep getting up, but they got their steps in today. So that is a real positive. Okay. So this guy, I mean, his testimony was very, very fun to watch. Who else am I missing? Did I miss anyone else, you guys? Put it in the chat. It's getting late, so I can't remember who else, if there's anything else I wanted to cover with after this young man. So we'll see what happens with him after this. I mean, he doesn't work for TMZ. And technically, he could be breaking an NDA, the same NDA that Whitney Heard allegedly had to sign. So I don't know. Oh, airport lady. Yeah, we talked about Photoshop guy. Photoshop guy got, he got in some good ones on the new guy. They hired that new tech guy lawyer. We talked about that just a little bit earlier in the video. And he was just like, oh, Judge Penny, we ain't talked, then you can't talk about that. Come on. And they had to keep approaching the bench. He was like, come on, you only went to school for political science. You're like not even smart. And the guy's like, want to know how smart I am? I'm just going to tell you straight out. None of these pictures we can't find nothing out from because they've all been altered and they're JPEGs, JSINGs, JC Chazés, InSyncs. They've been screenshotted. They don't have metadata and it's all a hot mess. Airport lady. Oh, my precious, precious airport lady. Oh my gosh. Okay. What did she call them last night? I don't know. Somehow she got a hold of them. She works at an airport, right? And in around 2009, when Amber was with her, sometimes people say ex-wife, sometimes people say ex-fiance, sometimes people say partner, sometimes people say girlfriend. Were they married or were they not? Were they domestic partners or were they not? What was going on? What was happening? Okay. So this lady's like, listen, I saw Miss Heard with my own two eyes. Okay. I was at the airport because I worked there. And I was by the baggage claim. And I saw her. And she grabbed at her lady friend. And her lady friend was a good 2 to 3 inches taller than her. So her lady friend was not afraid to get beat up. But she did have like that kind of like rope rash, you know, when you don't say your safe word and you and your husband are just like, let's get frisky. And you bring ropes in. And then you forget that your safe word is recliner. And he's yelling couch. And you're like, you're watching too much of the Depp trial. And then you got, you know, rope burn on his neck. Anyways, so she grabbed at her, pulled a necklace off, and she was being really aggressive. And according to this lady, she went up and she was like, hey, you, get your damn hands off her, a la the Back to the Future. She was like Marty McFly's dad, George McFly, when Biff, and they set it up and he's in the car and he is just being such a SA offender. Okay. And he's got, you know, Marty McFly's mom. And then George comes in. It's supposed to be Marty, but it's Biff. And he goes, hey, you, get your damn hands off her. And that's what this lady did. Airport lady said, hey, you, get your damn hands off her. And Amber's like, it's fine. We're just in a little fight. And the airport lady said her breath was stanking of alcohol. She had glassy eyes. She was slurring her words. And I'm like, gosh, the more this trial goes on, I just tend to believe both parties have substance abuse issues. We're really weaponizing Johnny Depp's addiction issues. But Amber, wow. I mean, a lot of stuff is going down when you're whining and you're mollying and you're doing all this stuff. And you got a little coke, even though you say you did. You just said, oh, that was my sister with the tampon applicator. And Johnny just snorting away, not me. So it sounds like maybe you should pull away from the level 3 sommelier. Objection. That calls for speculation on your part. You're being way too opinionated. You don't know her. Overruled. I know what's up. Okay, there's substance abuse on all sides of this case. This isn't just Johnny Depp is a drunk and a drug addict. Amber Heard is too. Okay, mark my words. You do not act like this when when you have a healthy relationship with alcohol. And I'm an alcoholic, so I can say that. Okay, I can say these things. Okay, and I know an alcoholic, and I am one. Okay, I don't just play one on YouTube. I am one. So this lady, airport lady, she got into it with Amber, and we know that Amber was arrested, or I think the charges were dropped, and I do think that they allegedly want Amber's ex to testify and say it was fine. It's fine. It's fine. Is it fine though? Because strangers had to stop you at an airport and you were getting physical, and there are witnesses to that, and the police had to come. So is it fine? I don't think it's fine. Just because it's two women, that doesn't make it fine. You're still abusing your partner, domestic violence. So I don't know. Totally baby girl Lisa. Objection. You're supposed to say allegedly, 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 and allegedly, and allegedly, and allegedly. And this is all for parody and fun, and we don't know anything about anything. So don't sue me. Don't sue me, Harvey Levin. Okay? Don't sue me. Well, everyone's abusing allegedly Adderall, Patty. I mean, that shit, you might as well just do crank or something. I mean, Adderall will get you. If you don't need Adderall and you're doing Adderall, even people that need or could benefit from Adderall, they still can have bad effects on Adderall. Adderall makes it you're just up all the time. You're not getting sleep. I mean, we heard that from Amber Heard. We heard that, Dr. Kipper and them giving her huge doses of Seroquel, which is a very strong drug that kind of knocks you out unless, you're on it for a long period of time, and then you can build up a tolerance to it. But I was on Seroquel for a minute, and that shit knocked me out. I hated it. I was like 28 at the time, so a long time ago. I gained weight, and I just slept all the time. And it was just, I hated every moment of it. And I hated Adderall too. They put me on Adderall for my ADHD, and I can't be on that kind of, it just made me like throw things. So this is just a recipe for disaster. All these druggies. Okay. I'm about to restart the DARE program for adults. Drug abuse resistance education. So she was real. It was real quick. The airport lady's testimony was very, very quick. And then she was out the door. They're like, thank you. She's like, oh, I'm in Arizona. They're like, cool, bye. And Amber was just like, whatever. You could tell she didn't care. She was, because I don't know. And I don't know what's going to go on. I don't think they can call anybody. So this girlfriend. And then I just found out, I had no idea, you guys. I'm behind on the world of this case or something, because this Eve lady or something that is allegedly Amber's girlfriend, because I do see it populate on my Twitter. P.S. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram and the TikTok, guys. I do want to start going live on TikTok too, because it's super fun over there. But she got kicked out of the courtroom. That was the lady. So I see her tweets popping up and like recommended. And I'm like, that's her girlfriend? This makes so much sense, because I'm like, who is this lady who's going so hard for Amber, like every day? Well, it's her girlfriend. I think she's a journalist or something. So I don't know. And I only learned that from watching Legal Bites. And like a month ago, they did this super funny, and it just popped up tonight. This where they like reenact, I think, some transcripts from the case, and they read it like it's a script. And it was pretty funny. I don't know if they're still doing that over there, but I would like to see it. I heard people say that was the cop, but I heard people say it also wasn't the cop, that she just worked at the airport. So I'm not sure she was the cop, because at first Emily D. Baker said it's a cop, and then people in the chat were like, it wasn't the cop. She just worked at the airport. So I'm not sure. Yeah, allegedly, we're hearing all this stuff. Allegedly. Oh, yes, allegedly. And in my opinion, no. So I think that rounds out everybody. Let me make sure I don't have any screenshots on my phone to share with all you beautiful people. But I became real nostalgic for, Johnny Depp and Kate Moss stuff. And I know, and they only dated 4 years. And isn't it funny what you remember in your head, what seemed like Kate Moss and Winona Ryder were with Johnny Depp forever. It's like, but they really weren't. They weren't together that long at all. And Winona Ryder, that was like her first. Johnny was like her first sexual experience. It was like her first boyfriend. And they, still have a good relationship allegedly. And, she speaks highly of him, but it seemed like it was longer that they dated. But I think they met and they worked on Edward Scissorhands and they were together and then they broke up and it like devastated them. And then he went to Kate Moss and they dated for 4 years. And then he met, his, what would I consider his wife, because, they had 2 kids and they were together 14 years, Vanessa. So it did seem like yesterday. It really did. Really. So I'm not sure, Michael. I don't know the history I don't know Amber Heard's dating history. I'm just kind of learning it with this case. So I don't know, but I hope that woman's okay. Yeah, wino forever. Wino forever. But it did make me nostalgic. So I was just looking up Kate Moss and Johnny Depp photos because I'm a psycho. And oh my God, this is going to now probably replace my Kate Winslet, Leonardo DiCaprio, why can't they be together lookups that I do sometimes. I just search them saying nice things about each other. But I'm like, oh yeah, Leonardo DiCaprio likes to date babies. It's getting weird, Leo. It's getting a little weird, my friend. You can't ruin my childhood. All right. You got to date a little more age appropriate. But yeah, I just was looking up all of the pictures. And when they were talking about the Jamaica trip, I just Googled like Johnny and Kate Moss on vacation, like island vacation and our beach vacation. And this popped up. So I don't know if it's around the time, but Judge Joleen says it might be. Objection. You don't know when that's from. Sustained. I do not. I don't think that was before we really had couple names. I feel like in the 90s, we didn't really give people couple names. The first time I heard a couple name was like, wasn't it J-Lo and Ben? Didn't they have one? I don't even remember the first people. What is The Weeknd dating Lily Rose? Oh, how old is The Weeknd? Okay, because we need to talk to Hollywood. Let's see. The Weeknd age. Isn't she? Well, her birthday's on Friday too. Lily Rose's birthday. He's 32. Okay, let's look up Lily Rose Depp. The Weeknd's dated a lot. He was with one of the Hadid sisters. He loves a supermodel. She's 22. I mean, it's 10 years, but at least she's 22. I'm thinking she's like 19, 18 or something, a teenager. But I don't know. Lily Rose Depp and The Weeknd dating. I did see now, since I'm searching all this stuff, Jack, his son Jack, he popped up online, and he's kind of elusive, not in the public eye as much, and he is always with some cute little lady friend. Lily Rose Depp on the arm of The Weeknd. This is from March. 2 hours ago. The Weeknd and Lily Rose Depp dating. Well, this is from Techstry.net, so you know it's legit. I mean, I don't know. He does like a model. And it is really crazy how Lily Rose and Vanessa both look a lot like Kate Winslet or Kate Moss. Now I got Kate Winslet on my mind. I can't. They really do. It's that, I don't know, it's that similar model look. It's almost like a doll. Let's see if I can share this and then we'll wrap it up. Just wrap it up. Safe sex, safe internet searches. Okay. So obviously everybody goes to Techstry.net for all of their internet gossip. Who cares about TMZ anymore when you got Techstry? The Weeknd and Lily Rose Depp dating. Lily Rose Depp is a French-American actress, thank you, and model who was born on May 27, 1999. Oh my God. I was in my freshman year in college, I could have teen mommed her. That's so exciting. Depp began her acting career with a modest role in Tusk 2014 and went on to star in the historical drama The Dancer in 2016, in which she played Isadora Duncan. And The King of Kings. She's the daughter of Johnny Depp and singer Vanessa Parodies. Blah, blah, blah. What is the relationship status of a Lily Rose Depp?
Kate Moss says Lily Rose Depp is having fun with her boyfriend on a date while out to lunch on Sunday afternoon, February 6th in Los Angeles. The 22-year-old Silent Night actress and boyfriend, Yassine Steen, couldn't keep their hands off each other. Is that his real name? Lily Rose and the French rapper, is he French? Wore black clothing for their outing and stopped by a French restaurant for a quick bite to eat. After leaving the restaurant, the couple was seen going for a walk, kind of digesting the food they had just eaten and getting all of their farts out before they have a makeout sesh. So yeah, looks like, I don't know. Is that his name? Is that The Weeknd? Am I old? What's happening? What's The Weeknd's real name? I have no idea. Lily Rose and the Weeknd's romance is fake, which is unfortunate for their respective millions of admirers. For the HBO series The Idol Soon, in which they play two heroes, the two actors established a pair. It's about a modern-day self-help guru and cult leader who falls in love with a rising pop artist. I'm Kate Moss. All right. Well, it's not him. It's fake. It's for a show. And she's got some other boyfriend who's French or something, which makes sense because she's fluent in French, lived in France. Her mom's French. French. Je suis French. Je suis français. Comment t'appelles-tu? Okay, everyone. Au revoir. Ça va bien. Hopefully you were not ça va très mal. Hopefully you're not ça va comme ci comme ça. Hopefully you're ça va très bien. All right, smash that like on your way out, you guys. I will be back for another late night live tomorrow night. And it's either I'm going to do an early one or a late one. It'll just be a surprise like it always is, everybody. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for the super chats. Thank you for your wonderful comments. Thank you for not ripping on me for not knowing how to tie a tie. If you could do me a favor and leave a comment after this video post, it helps so much in the algorithm to make my videos pop up. If you could share them out too, that would be choice. If you can't, no biggie. Yeah, Chel's like, what is going on? He is surprised he hasn't been like, get off. But he knows that I got to get this out. Okay. Thank you, Leanne. That is so nice of you to say.
All right. Bonne nuit to everybody. Yes, je suis Joleen. Je m'appelle Joleen. I will see you soon. Take care of each other. Remember to enjoy yourself. It's later than you think. Talk tomorrow. Bye.
If you like what you